who along with his camera person Pavan has been stationed in the heart of this war, the capital of Kyiv, reporting for a fortnight now, relentlessly at that. Gaurav, good to see you again. You know, what we were pointing out earlier, there was a lull for 19 hours and then in the last 6 hours we've heard 24 explosions in the capital of Kyiv.
And Preeti, the situation in the capital of Kyiv is now, the capital city of Kyiv is going from bad to worse. In one such locality, and you know, with Mr. Kuldeep Kumar, who's our local associate here, we've been driving towards the location where the shelling has been taking place, and it's intense shelling that's taking place here. Kuldeep ji, you know, Preeti Chaudhary, my colleague, is joining us from our India Today Mediaplex. इस समय जो स्थिति है कीव की, उसके बारे में आप आज तक और इंडिया टुडे के दर्शकों को क्या बता सकेंगे?
स्थिति तो आप देख ही रहे हो, क्या बम्बों की आवाज आपने सुनी होगी। यहाँ से हमने यू टर्न लेना है, बम्बों की आपने आवाज सुनी होगी। अब तो हम उस जगह पर जा रहे हैं जहाँ पर आज सुबह बम गिरा था, चाइका। इस जगह को चाइका बोलते हैं। इसका एक छोटा सा एरोड्रम भी है जहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग वगैरह होती हैं, इसको भी यूज किया जाता है। शायद उन्होंने, मुझे कंफर्म आइडिया नहीं है, शायद उस पर बम ये गिरा है। अभी वहाँ चाइका में पहुंचकर हमें पता, एग्जैक्ट जगह पता लगेगी जहाँ पे ये बम गिरा था।
Preeti, so we are driving to this location. This is very systematic targeting. If you look in front, almost no vehicles except emergency vehicles and some others who are engaged, you know, working with the government and of course we, the media, we are traveling to that area so that our viewers get a first-hand account of how one, the localities that are being targeted. Look around, all petrol pumps, all malls, everything shut. Nothing really functioning in Kyiv at this point of time. It's all shut. The people with their backpacks just trying to leave this city, but no public transport. Every metro station that you notice around you, yahan se left, yahan se right? Yahan se. Every metro station that you notice around you is being used, is actually doubling up as a bunker. You can see thick plumes of smoke rising in front of you, Preeti. That thick plume of smoke is an indication that this is where the shelling was taking place till a short while back, but in multiple locations on the outskirts of Kyiv. So now, you know, we are moving from the center of the national capital, center of the Ukrainian capital, to the outskirts of the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, where shelling is taking place. As Mr. Kumar is also indicating, what are the areas that are being targeted? Systematic targeting of airfields, systematic targeting of fuel dumps and ammunition dumps in and around the national capital. May I say निकालूं? Okay, so you know, we are trying to get to that area. Just ahead there is a barricade, and today of all the places we've been stopped at multiple barricades inside the city. As you're looking around, Preeti, no one, absolutely no one venturing out in Kyiv. People have been advised to stock up now, especially because the next 24 to 48 hours could be extremely critical. But what is also interesting is when you look around, you see that at military checkpoints, people are dropping off. They're dropping off food, water, blankets, other essentials that the defenders of Kyiv may require. Anything for the defenders of Kyiv, say the locals here, because they realize that this is, Preeti, perhaps the last stand they're taking against the Russian army. The Russian army is moving in quite rapidly. After what happened at Zaporozhye, there is no doubt in people's minds that the attack on Kyiv is imminent. ज़ेपोरोज़िया के बाद कुलदीप जी, अगर ये उम्मीद थी कि संभवतः शांति होगी या बातचीत के जरिए रास्ता निकलेगा, क्या आपको अभी भी उम्मीद है कि बातचीत के जरिए कोई रास्ता निकल सकता है?
देखिए, जैसे कल बातचीत हुई थी कि आज सीज फायर करेंगे, लेकिन आज तो कीव पर सबसे ज्यादा बम, जितने दिनों से अपना युद्ध चला है, सबसे ज्यादा बम तो आज गिरे हैं। तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि ऐसा कुछ रुकने वाला है। अभी तक कोई इसके मुझे बिल्कुल भी हालात ऐसे नज़र नहीं आ रहे हैं कि कुछ ऐसे रुकेगा। मुझे लगता है ये आज और बढ़ेगा। जिस हिसाब से ये फायरिंग और जिस हिसाब से बम फेंके जा रहे हैं, मुझे लगता है ये और बढ़ेगा। अभी जाके आगे पता लगेगा पहले तो किस चीज़ को इन लोगों ने डिस्ट्रॉय करने की कोशिश की है। जब हम और थोड़ी, मेरे ख्याल से हमें 5 से 10 मिनट और लगेंगे वहाँ पहुँचने में, तो देखते हैं फिर। लेकिन ऐसे चांसेस लग नहीं रहे हैं कि युद्ध पे विराम लगेगा।
ऐसे चांसेस नहीं लग रहे, लेकिन जिस तरह से इन्होंने टारगेट किया है कुलदीप जी, अगर हम बात करें क्या क्या निशाना बनाया, ज़ेप्रोजिया को निशाना बनाया। ज़ेप्रोजिया इतना इसेंशियल क्यों है रशियंस के लिए आगे बढ़ने के लिए? कर्सन पर उन्होंने अब कब्जा कर लिया है। खार्किव में क्या जो भारतीय बच्चे बचे हैं इस समय, आपके पास उनकी संख्या है? क्योंकि आप भी बस अरेंज करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, क्या उन बच्चों को अभी तक निकालने में कोई मदद मिली? और जो रूस ने यह दावा किया कि 130 बसें वो भी अरेंज कर रहे हैं उन बच्चों को निकालने के लिए, ताकि भारतीय बच्चों की अगर बात की, खारसन में, इसमें खार्किव में कितने हैं और सुमी में कितने हैं?
सुमी में मेरे ख्याल से 700 से 1000 के बीच हैं, और खारकोव में कल तक 1000 थे, लेकिन आज जो बच्चों से बात हुई है कुछ और ऐड हुए हैं उसमें कुछ और। देखिए, वहाँ से जो इंडियन एम्बेसी जो वहाँ पर है मॉस्को में, वो वहाँ से ट्राई कर रही है, और अपनी इंडियन एम्बेसी जो यूक्रेन में है, यहाँ से जहाँ से भी इनको लगा, जहाँ से भी छोटा सा भी स्लॉट कोई मिलता है कहीं से निकाला जा सकेगा, तो ये कोशिश करके वहाँ से निकालेंगे। लेकिन अभी इतनी फायरिंग के बीच में इतने बड़े रिस्क लेना भी ठीक नहीं है कि अभी इनको निकाल दिया जाए। अब देखेंगे जैसे जैसे हालात ठीक होंगे उस हिसाब से फिर एम्बेसी और सब लोग, लोकल लोग, हम लोग भी हैं, मिलकर कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जल्दी से जल्दी उनको निकाला जाए यहाँ से। लेकिन जो ज़पारोजिया वाला, अगर वो ब्लास्ट, वो प्रॉपर टारगेट इनका ठीक रहता, वो ब्लास्ट होता, तो उसमें ना सिर्फ यूक्रेन बल्कि रशिया भी साथ में, ये न्यूक्लियर वो था। और चेरनोबिल में जो हुआ था उससे कहीं टाइम्स ज़्यादा गुना है ये। तो आप अपने आप इमेजिन कर सकते हैं कि इसके क्या हालात होते फिर यूक्रेन या रशिया के, क्योंकि रशिया बिल्कुल साथ में टच करता है वहां से भी।
See, Preeti, what is also very interesting is the fact that we were able to reach out to that Indian student who was shot at in Kyiv. We visited the Kyiv hospital, and Kuljit is undergoing treatment there. He has multiple fractures in his leg. He's extremely scared at this point of time. Harjot, and I spoke to both Mr. Kuldeep Kumar and I, we spoke to Harjot for good half an hour, and I've just filed our report on Harjot for India Today. Harjot wants help to get out of here as quickly as possible, and that is easier said than done, given the fact that he cannot even walk at this stage. There are multiple fractures in his leg. He has an injury under his elbow, in his armpit, and he fears that there's a bullet that may have ricocheted. So he has 3 bullet injuries, multiple fractures. His kneecap, he says, is fractured. Doctors have told him that he would be wearing a cast, for at least a month or 2. So he's not clear how soon can he get out of here, but he's seeking Indian mission's help to not only get him to Lviv, but out of this country, because the situation as of now is extremely grim. While we were inside the hospital, there were a few rounds that fell not far. And, Preeti, before I come back to you, let's listen into that conversation that I had with that Indian student, Harjot Singh, at the Kyiv hospital.
We are currently at the Kyiv hospital. There is shelling going on outside, and with me is Harjot Singh, an Indian student studying information technology here in Kyiv, and he was injured in firing. Harjot, how are you right now?
I'm good, sir. I'm now feeling much better.
You're much better right now?
Yes.
What happened? You have a fracture in your foot, and you're injured near the chest. What happened?
So the story was like 27 of last month. I was going to Vokzalna for metro Kyiv to Lviv. But therefore, unfortunately, I can't board any train. I tried 3 to 4 times, and I failed. So then I was decided to go Lviv by taxi. Then we get a white color Sonata, and we are 3 people in that car, and we are moving to Lviv.
Were the others with you also Indians? The other 3
No, they
people
are the different people. They belong to different.
So you were traveling alone?
Alone. I'm only one Indian in that car.
Okay. Then?
So then after that we crossed the 3 borders, and after that the 3rd border security, they inform us, so sir, instead of going today, try next morning, because now is not safe.
So you crossed 3 checkpoints?
Yes.
You were outside Kyiv and you were turned back?
turn back.
Then what happened?
When we came back to Kyiv city, and suddenly I noticed that someone fired on our car and shoot it. And one bullet I saw in front of my eyes, they crossed just in front of my car from my head.
Okay.
And I was sitting on the back side of car, left hand side. And after that, we just all fold our bodies and get down, lay down on the carpet.
Others also injured?
Yes, everyone.
Everyone was injured.
Everyone was in there. One bullet, my hand was like this, and one bullet just insert from this my hand and goes to my chest. Inside my chest.
So you're very lucky to be alive. You're very, very lucky to be alive.
Yes, sir. It's my new life. I can say that it's new life. The last one, Harjot, is dead. It's new Harjot.
This is the situation right now, Preeti. Harjot is desperately looking for help. Harjot needs help to get out of Kyiv, and he's very scared. He's alone. He was traveling alone, and those are some of the pitfalls of traveling alone in this area. In the heart of Kyiv, he says he was shot at. He doesn't know who shot at him, whether it was militia, whether it was subversive activists. He does not know who opened fire. Others with him were also injured, but he was injured grievously. Now, he's seeking the Indian embassy's help to get to Lviv and then get out of the border. General V.K. Singh, Minister of State, Road Transport and Highways India, he said that effort is being made to retrieve Harjot. But many in the mission, we are told, Kuldeepji, they've already moved out of Kyiv and they are in Lviv. Is that an indication that the situation in Kyiv is worsening now that diplomats are also moving out of here? यहाँ की स्थिति अब
ऐसा अभी तक तो ऐसा ही लग रहा है कि स्थिति अगर गंभीर ना होती तो शायद एम्बेसी वाले लोग यहीं पे रहते। और इसने रिक्वेस्ट भी की है एम्बेसी से कि एम्बेसी मदद करे। उसका पासपोर्ट भी नहीं है उसके पास, क्योंकि उसने अपना पासपोर्ट भी खो दिया है। या तो उसे आउट स्लिप अरेंज करनी पड़ेगी जिसमें एम्बेसी उसकी हेल्प करेगी। हमने उसको ये बोला हम उसको व्हील चेयर दे देंगे। कपड़े उसके पास एक भी नहीं है, बिना कपड़ों के बेचारा था वहां पर। वो कपड़ों का हम अरेंज कर रहे हैं, व्हील चेयर का, और उसको पैसे दे देंगे और यहाँ से लिवीव तक हम भेज सकते हैं। मेरी पूरी कोशिश है कि लिवीव तक मैं उसको भेज दूंगा, लेकिन अभी मुझे नहीं लगता कि उसके हालात हैं चलने लायक। लेकिन वो कह रहा है कि नहीं, मुझे हर हालत में यहाँ से निकाला जाए। बेचारा थक चुका है और डरा हुआ है, बहुत सहमा हुआ है वो। तो कोशिश कर रहे हैं, एम्बेसी से भी बात करेंगे और आज तक भी इस न्यूज़ को थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा दिखाए कि गवर्नमेंट भी उसकी हेल्प करे और यहाँ से उसको किसी भी तरीके से लेके जा सके।
नहीं, निश्चित तौर पर प्रीति, as you well know, we are trying our best to bring out all facts in public domain, and all the rumor mongering that is happening, all the fear mongering that is happening. We are bringing only facts, pure facts for our viewers. If students are scared, we are highlighting their fear and the efforts that are on to being made by students or by members of the Indian community to get them out of harm's way. Russia has said that Russia will attempt to take them across to the Belgorod border. We are again in touch with the students. They say that some of their contractors are also seeking that guidance, but as of now, it doesn't appear as if that road has worked out, at least just as yet. We are yet again at a military checkpoint, and just look at this, Preeti. Every few kilometers now, every vehicle is checked. And just today, the government here claimed that there was an attempt or there was a plot to assassinate President Zelensky, and they have caught some subversive activists. They've arrested some people and foiled that plot. President Zelensky is also continuously in touch, in the sense that he's speaking not just to Western heads of state and government, but he's also addressing his people every day. He's also asking the West, how long must he wait before the West provides Ukraine with the weapons that Ukraine requires? Because according to them, this is their last opportunity. The Russians are virtually at the gates, Preeti. Maybe 25 kilometers from where we are at this point of time, the Russian troops are moving forward. And just look in front, Preeti. Just look in front. Full military drill being followed by those soldiers. Now, these are not militiamen. These are soldiers. And look at the stance that they adopt. Look at their posture. There is one man with a cocked assault rifle.